everyone, it's Gina Kloes here. Oh gosh, I'm in Oregon and this is the first day in Bend where we don't have smoke and ashes swirling all around us. And God, I send all my prayers and blessings to all those people on the coast right now who are really challenged and those firefighters who are battling all these fires. And so it's interesting, I never thought that buying all these masks for COVID, I'd also be using them just to get outside. So it's a beautiful day and I've been spending a lot of time inside studying and researching and getting ready for our next program. And you know, it's all about wealth and money, and I know I've been chatting about that with you periodically, and I wanted to share this. Have you ever made like a really big money mistake and you immediately regretted it? I mean, immediately, and you go, oh God, you know, what did I just do? That big oh no story. Well, I have one. I remember a couple years ago, I was really busy and I had all these apps on my phone, and I had bought a bunch of crypto and everything was convenient, right? It's on our phone. We use everything for our phone. Our logins for our Coinbase account, our Kraken account, our bank accounts, our credit cards, all of that. And of course, if we can't remember passwords, we just click it on and they text us a link to go change the new password, and it's all so convenient, right? And so I'm flying from Silicon Valley, where I was teaching, down to Manhattan Beach in Los Angeles, and I get off the plane, my husband picks me up, and usually after I go teach for a long stretch, he takes me to a nice dinner, and we're sitting at dinner, and I look up and it said on one of my accounts, your withdrawal has been approved. Your withdrawal has been approved. I didn't make a withdrawal. So I said, oh my God, Greg, my honey, my husband, my man, I just said, someone's hacked into my account. Oh my God. So we jammed home. I got into my accounts and I realized all of a sudden my phone stopped working because these great big hackers out there, and they're there, these great big hackers out there, they cloned my phone. Now, of course, smart me, right? Not thinking about safety and security, I had put all of these crypto accounts and my bank accounts on the phone. And my emails also. So what do you do when you don't know a password? Well, you just send a link and they send it to your email or to your phone for a text. So this hacker proceeded to go through all of my accounts, like virtually all of them. And my big giant, oh my God, mistake lost me $250,000. $250,000. And that's a big honkin' giant mistake. And the truth is, you know, we know we're supposed to be careful with money and save money, but we all make mistakes with money, and that was a doozy. That was really a doozy. And very few of us are taught how to deal with our money when we start earning it and how to protect it. So I thought about it, you know, and I just cringed. And, you know, how do we learn? We learn by trial and error. So I really was thinking about it. So what do you do when you make a big mistake? I'll tell you what I did. At first, I was beating myself up. I mean, that really helps, right? It really helps. It inspires you to take action. I was beating myself up, and then you kind of want to become an ostrich. Just put your head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. Okay, I had a moment of that also. And then I thought, wait, I teach this stuff. So what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What is the first thing I need to do? So the first thing, anytime you make a big money mistake, I mean, that's not the only one. I mean, another one I can remember was I lent money to a friend, and it was a sizable chunk of money. And that friend said they'd be paying it back very quickly, and it didn't happen. And of course, I beat myself up about that. I immediately regretted it, thinking, God, you really shouldn't lend money to friends like this. It could impact a friendship. And that person really just didn't thought he would be able to pay me back and couldn't. Created a little edge between us, and I took more responsibility for that myself after I regret it, after I go, okay, another dodo moment. So here's what I do, and here's what I do in these times, and here's what you might consider doing the next time you make a big money mistake, because guess what? Step number 1, say this to yourself: I am human. I am human. We were not born perfect. God forbid. It's boring to be born perfect, live a perfect life, and die perfect. We learn from our mistakes. It adds color to our lives. I didn't really want $250,000 worth of color, but I got it. And boy, oh boy, did I learn. I went and removed all of my apps on my phone, changed the emails that I used for my bank account so it wasn't the same email that I kept on my phone. I'm giving that all to you a gift right now. take your bank accounts and all of your money accounts off your phone. The chances of you getting hacked and cloned are a lot these days. And why have all of those things on there? So actually, about 8 months later, a year later, my husband got his phone hacked, and guess what? He had learned from me, and so he didn't have anything on there that they could take. Thank God. And actually call your phone provider and get extra security. So, okay, back to what happens when you make a mistake. Okay, let's not do the beat up thing because that doesn't help anything. Let's do the human thing. Let's just say, I am human. And, maybe, they say always you should forgive yourself. Well, maybe that's too big of a word. But maybe you just need to say, I'm going to give myself a break. Because, what was the first thing? I am human. I'm going to give myself a break because I am human. And if forgive is in your vocabulary, it's something that you do, great. Forgive yourself, but maybe just in basic everyday language, give yourself a break when it happens. Just give yourself a break. And remember, we all make mistakes. Feeling guilty. Guilt is a terrible emotion. It doesn't serve anyone. Feeling guilty and shaming yourself really just disconnects you from life. Because when you feel guilty and you feel ashamed of something, and boy, did I feel, number one, guilty, and I felt bad for a moment, and then I realized this isn't going to serve anything, and it's certainly not going to fix anything. But I had that moment. Okay, feel it for maybe, allow yourself to feel it for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe 90 seconds. And then realize that that is not serving anyone, and it's just disconnecting you from life and also disconnecting you from progress and learning and, working on it going forward. And holding on to those mistakes for a long time, holding on to those mistakes, well, then you become a prisoner to those mistakes. And sometimes you'll be frozen. So instead of holding on to something and becoming a prisoner for your mistake, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What's a plan? Even if it's just one step. If you're so freaked out by something you've done, or stressed, or you feel guilty, or you feel like, God, I made regret, then maybe just call someone, call a friend, call your assistant, call a buddy, and just say, hey, can you just stay on the phone with me and let me walk through my plan for this? Because we all make mistakes. And knowing that making a mistake with your money, like anything else, doesn't define you. You made a mistake. You're human. That doesn't mean you're a mistake. You're a beautiful, wealthy, abundant person, and we all have that in us. We have to unleash it. We have to let it be free and remember that there are going to be those times that we make mistakes, because that's how we learn. That's how we learn. And so I really want you to take that moment right now and just know that maybe you could just write down your mistake and apologize to yourself, and then make a plan, but also write down the lesson that you learned. What was the lesson you learned? What's the lesson that you learned from this money mistake? Because we've all had them, and your past can't hold on to you unless you hold on to your past mistakes. Be free, move forward, and maybe take a moment and think about your past. Any money mistakes you've made, write down the lesson you've learned. Have you run up your credit card debt way too much? Oh my God, when I was in my 20s, I certainly had that lesson. Oh my God, done. Learn my lesson, pay off my bills every month. So you'll learn your own lessons. Know that I am here to support you and to give you more tips on money and life, and really how to live a meaningful life and how to have meaningful wealth in your life. Be well, be joyful, be inspired, and be strong during these challenging times. Know my heart is with you. God bless you.